Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So this video is basically going to be an introspection of my approach into NEET PG and INICET as to what made me get such a good rank, all India rank of 30 NEET PG, while the exam that was conducted just 13 days prior to NEET PG, INICET, I just managed to get an all India rank of 686. So basically the jump was from 686 to 30. What all did I do before NEET PG, or rather should I put it like what all did I not do before INICET rectification of which helped me save NEET PG. So this video is going to be that, and especially for those who are aspiring 13th November INICET 2022, watch it till the last because I strongly believe that you should learn from others' mistakes, and life is too short to commit mistakes and learn from them, right? So let's get going. First point. The first point according to me is the quest for knowledge. So the quest for knowledge needs to be definitely higher if you're aspiring INICET than if you're targeting NEET PG. Why do I say so? Because after having attempted all the INICETs conducted till date and 2 NEET PGs in my lifetime, I'm in a position to tell you that NEET PG syllabus is doable. What do I mean by doable? By doable, I mean that I'm in a position to tell you the topics from which NEET PG is likely to ask questions in the future. But can I say the same about INICET? Certainly not. Because INICET asks questions from MBBS, from residency, and beyond. Maybe from super speciality. It doesn't even end there. So if you're someone who has read standard textbooks from the very first year onwards, especially for subjects like physiology, pathology, surgery, medicine, biochemistry, if you're someone who actively participated in quizzes, in national level quizzes or university quizzes, if you're someone who is always hungry for information, be it in Telegram or Instagram, or if you're someone who always likes to stay updated with new medical information and read some journals, then my friend, you're definitely likely to have an upper hand in INICET. But what about the rest? What if you are someone aspiring 13th November INICET and you do not meet any of the aforementioned criteria? Is the game lost? Certainly not. Why? Because that is the beauty of INICET. In INICET, no one expects you to get 200 upon 200 correct. Forget about 200, not even 170. Even the topper gets 150 correct, or 155 correct, or 156 correct. So if you're getting like, ultimately if the score becomes 140 upon 200, ultimate score after calculating negative markings, even then you are likely to get a double-digit rank. There will be these 120 odd questions which everyone is expected to know, okay? Who has learned well is expected to know. Now there will be these 45 to 50 odd questions which no one is expected to know. And what about the rest 30? The rest 30, according to me, is a rank determining set of questions, because that will actually test your ability to eliminate the other options and come to a particular answer. That will be the test of your application of knowledge that you might have gathered from different resources. So that is why I say that why not pay attention in getting these 150 correct, and rather than chasing behind those 50 questions which no one has an idea as to where those questions are going to come from, right? So rather than chasing something you have not done till now, why not revise the things you've already studied? Revise and revise and revise. Actually, it was not those 50 odd questions which made me perform so badly in INICET, rather it was point number 2 which actually made me suffer. That was lack of revision. So I cannot emphasize enough upon the importance of revision, right? Everyone knows that revision is the key, be it MBBS professional examination, or be it NEET PG, INICET, or be it in CA final. So how do you revise before INICET? It's very important to revise all the 19 subjects. I mean, most of the subjects, not all the 19 subjects. I would suggest you to avoid studying ophtha, anesthesia, before INICET and for INICET, because these, if you see the previous year's topics, again previous year's topics are very important while you're preparing for INICET. Just not the previous year's questions. Sometimes directly the previous year's questions come, especially in anatomy. Last INICET there were so many questions directly coming from previous year's questions. So previous year's topics become very important so far AIMS is concerned. So what was that? Yeah. How do you revise things? So for example, you need to do physiology graphs from genomics physiology. Very important. From anatomy, histology is to be given more importance while studying. So there are certain, so when you do previous year's topics, you'll be able to come to a conclusion that, oh, these are the topics from which these questions are asked. So ultimately you have to make a choti copy, and those choti copies for most of the subjects are subjects which you find difficult and volatile. For those subjects you need to make these choti copies, not for all the subjects, because for short subjects you need not require. Right, and also for microbiology and pharmacology, it's difficult to make a short choti copy, because I feel for these two subjects every line is important. How to make these things concise. So so that's how you need to revise. Basically, the fund of revision is to revise everything you have studied for the last 1 year, or maybe even more, and fit everything into your immediate memory, right? Because you have to vomit everything out in the examination. Okay, so done with revision. So this is what I lacked. I remember having revised only 3 subjects. Only 3 subjects: anatomy, surgery, and ENT in the last 7 days of INICET, before INICET, basically in the month of May. Now why did that happen to me? Coming to point number 3. So point number 3 was pseudo confidence. You must have heard about overconfidence and lack of confidence, but what is the pseudo confidence? I'm sure many of you might be knowing. Pseudo confidence is that state of mind where you actually don't have enough knowledge, but you are confident that exam अच्छा जाएगा. That's what happened to me. Why? Because I had taken so many GTs, so many grand tests from multiple platforms, especially from Marrow, and also taken mocks, INICET mocks, and I got a rank of 400. And surprisingly, I was satisfied with 400 rank. So that was the problem. Satisfaction, my friend, is definitely not an option for you if you're ambitious. Because the moment we tend to get satisfied, we stop working hard. I remember I used to dedicate a lot of time listening to devotional songs. There was this feeling that I had put in so much efforts over the past 1 year that now everything will happen in my favor. I had rested everything upon God. But now when I look back, I realize that how wrong I was. My dharma, my intelligence teaches me that the only thing we have control over is the amount of efforts we are putting in. And we need to detach ourselves from the result. But what was I doing? I was doing the exact opposite. Now it's about just 2 months left for INICET. Whatever you're doing, you've been doing fine, and just trust the process and keep working hard. And whatever information you're getting, even if it's a difficult information, try to absorb that, try to retain them. Okay? Try to find out ways how we maybe jot them down in an INICET copy. Because there is no alternative to working hard if you want to see yourself in a central institute. Okay, then with all these positive words and scary words, I am concluding this video. We'll meet again in some other video. So, good luck, best wishes, and kill it on 13th of November. Bye bye. And the process begins today.